Hello, hello, hello.
Hola.
What's going on?
Not a lot, man. What's happening with you?
¿Cómo estás?
Ça va bien? That's French. ¿Cómo estás is Spanish.
No, but you would say bien.
Bien.
Mm-hmm.
Bien.
Yes. How's it going?
Not bad. Not bad at all. How's things with you?
No. Things are good. Things
Yeah.
are good. Surviving 2021 and
Yeah.
all that. Mm-hmm. What's going on?
Not a lot, man. Not a lot.
I feel like you have a story in your spirit that
I
you're
really
not.
don't. I actually don't have any stories.
Really?
Life has been so chilled and so quiet for the longest time. The longest.
That's good. That's a good thing. Listen, life being chilled is a blessing. It's a
Indeed.
blessing.
Indeed.
But anyway, guys, welcome to Galen's Guys podcast with me, Natasha.
And Xolie.
I sometimes go by Nat.
I sometimes go by Michelle.
Yes, Michelle. So what have you been watching on Netflix? And
I watched Behind Her Eyes.
Okay, I've got a funny thing to say about that.
Yeah.
So
Did you watch
it? No. So I saw people tweeting about Behind Her Eyes ages ago, right? And I was like, oh, let me. So I had it in mind. But then I went on YouTube and I don't think I typed it. I think I saw Behind Every Man, which is a series on OWN or something like that.
All right.
So in my mind, I was like, oh, this is the thing that everyone's talking about.
Oh.
And then I pressed play, and then it was like, I started watching Lamar Odom with
Oh, really?
like whatever.
Oh,
It was like, and
jeez.
then it was later on, I was like,
This
I
can't
don't
be
think
it.
this is what people have been hyping up.
No, it's not. Behind Her Eyes is, let me see if I can remember. It's about a woman who has this power, so to
Okay.
speak, where she can travel back into places where she has been.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So she and her husband move into this town, new town, and he's got a new job. So this very start of the film, it shows them in her husband's. So this is not the start actually, but one of the first scenes is she and her husband are in the office. So this then comes to me after that. Oh, okay. So she was in that office with the husband, so she could travel back into
Okay.
there. But anyway, the guy, her husband, has an affair with this woman, his secretary, and basically the whole film revolves around that and how this woman has powers and how she has literally committed, maybe not, I want to say too much, but she has got quite a deep history with, because she's like psychiatric issues, or she's on heavy medications, and at first it kind of portrays that is the husband controlling, but then as time as it unravels, you get to see that, this woman is actually the one with issues. So it has got quite a bit of a twisted end as well. And I hope that there's going to be more of it.
Oh.
But it's good. It's obviously it's a British film. Not obviously, but it's a British film. And I just find that I am really enjoying, as I've got a lot older, I really enjoying British films.
I was gonna say, every time I've been to there was this other one that you're watching, which had was it called The Fall?
Oh my goodness, The Fall.
Is
That
it
is
The Fall?
good. Yes.
I don't know. I think for me, because I'm like, I associate everything British with like work and everything. I every time if I press play, it's like a British thing. I'm like, oh my God. But I do know that British films, movies can be good.
Yeah.
But I feel like I just always have this bias
Oh my goodness.
against.
I get that completely, because I was you at one point in time, and it's literally, I would say, I don't know, the last couple of years that I have kind of turned. There's another good one called Normal People. It's on BBC iPlayer.
Okay.
It is really good.
So what's Normal People about?
I don't quite remember.
Okay.
It's all about not teenagers, but how a young girl transitions from teenagehood into young woman, going to university, working and stuff, and her life just surrounding that. But it's really good. I thoroughly
So
enjoyed that.
Behind Her Eyes, Normal People.
The Fall
The
is
Fall.
good. Yeah. What are you watching?
So, So, what am I watching? What am I watching? To be honest, I feel like I've been off Netflix. It's just one of those things where I haven't seen anything, but I've been catching up on Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Okay.
Because I realized that I was literally like 4 seasons out. Like for some reason, I just had stopped watching
4 seasons.
Yeah, like I think I'm now up to date. I'm now on season 13. And yeah, no, I've just been I like that's I enjoy Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like I love it. But then talking about films and what to watch, right?
Oh, wait. Don't segue it because I want to read this out. Because I was nothing on my China these days. So I've been spending a lot of time on Netflix and I was looking for something to watch. And I came across this, somebody asked on Twitter and said, I think it was the Minister of Transport.
In Zim or?
In South Africa. He's like, any recommendations, Netflix action movies, please. This is Mbalula at Mbalula Figile. Hey, the comments.
What did they say?
The taco not gone in 60 seconds. They use cars instead of public funds.
Oh my God.
And this is literally the whole comment section. To join Ramaphosa, he's already in season 6 of How to Get Away with Murder. Oh my God. How to finish 500 billion rands in 3 weeks. You know, it is just like, so I just went on here. I was like, let me see what people have recommended for him. And I was just literally in tears. I was like, yo, guys, you know, people like, there's people they don't care on these streets.
Oh my God.
It was so funny. So funny.
That is so fun. Okay. So I don't know if I've mentioned this before. So in terms of what people should watch, I know I've like on social media or whatever, like people that I know have shared this. So ages ago, I used to be like, and I still do, but not as much. Like I used to be into like web series on YouTube, right? So, you know, some of you will know that like there was a time when a lot of filmmakers and stuff, right, literally just went on YouTube and, you know, we're doing these like mini web series and some of them which were so good. And if you remember, that's where Issa Rae started, right? Yeah. And Awkward Black Girl is like one of the first things that she started. So I remember ages ago, a friend of mine introduced me to like Issa Rae's Awkward Black Girl, right? And then they were like, oh, you need to check out Black and Sexy TV, right? So Black and Sexy TV was like a network. I think they are still there, but not as active anymore. Okay. So there were a network where they had all these different web series that were there. And actually Issa Rae worked with Black and Sexy TV as well. And oh my God, guys, if you just go on YouTube and search Black and Sexy TV, they had like this web series called The Couple, which was really, really good. They had one called That Guy, which was really, really good. And actually there's so many people, so many Black actors who are Black and Sexy alumni who are now doing big and wonderful things, right? I need to Google that. This girl who got this big role. And also, right, as part of that universe, there is this series. So this wasn't a Black and Sexy TV production, but it was on Issa Rae's channel. So the first season. So it's this series called First. First, like the number FIRST. If you search First series, like web series, and you just watch it, it is like a Love Jones type story. It is about this couple that fall in love, and it is so well written. I don't know if anyone ever checked out the series called Love Is.
I don't remember.
Love Is was a web series on OWN, but it was pulled. But anyway, the guy who was on Love Is was this guy called Will Cutlet, was also on first series. So
Okay.
actually, you will love it.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at the
Black and Sexy TV.
It looks really good, yeah.
It is so good. Like it was a thing. Like there was another web series called The Numbers. There's one called Hello Cupid.
Okay.
Like they were so good, and that's one of the reasons actually why till this day I had never subscribed to Netflix, because I subscribed to Black and Sexy TV, because what they did is they initially put their stuff on YouTube, and then as time went on, they now had like a paywall.
Right.
So Black and Sexy. So sometimes what they would do is they would release like 10 minutes on YouTube, and then if you want to see the rest, it's behind their paywall, or they would have like exclusive content. There was this series called The Number. It is
Also on YouTube.
It is on YouTube, but I think part of it will be on YouTube, but the other part will be behind the paywall.
Okay.
So guys, like, check them out. It's unfortunate because now I don't think they're really putting out any new content. And even the lady who does The Shy, what's her name? The actress who does The Shy, she was on Black and Sexy TV. Like so many people, like they were so good. But I think it was good because they gave actors an opportunity to practice their craft, and a lot of those actors have just gone to do beautiful things. So highly first, man, like if you go on first on YouTube, there's season 1, season 2. All the comments are like, when is it coming back? When is it coming back? Like even
I'll check it out.
Yeah, even like I follow the guys on YouTube, and they were like, I think they were teasing something to come out in 2020, but then obviously the pandemic. It is such a good, if anything, if there's one thing you'll take away from all I've said, is check out this show called First. The first season, I think you'll find it on Issa Rae TV on YouTube. Watch it, watch season 2, and please then tag Gallens guys and let us know if you are watching it. Like, okay. I can't. There's that. And then, now that I'm on a roll, another one is An African TV. Is it called? No, An African City.
Okay.
An African City.
That sounds familiar.
An African City is a web series which follows 4 friends who've come from the diaspora back to Ghana. Some of them are from Ghana, some are from other parts of Africa, but they're all in Accra. And it's kind of like following just their journeys, like acclimatizing to back being, in Africa. There's some funny story of this girl who had ordered some vroom gadgets.
Okay.
And was now having issues with customs, like they were opening, like and little things like dealing with, like dating, like navigating dating. So An African City is really, really good.
So I'm actually just looking at First, and I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yeah, I think you must have told me about it.
Anyone I know, I tell them about it. Because
no, I enjoyed it.
Amazing.
I enjoyed it. And okay. Well, if there's more stuff coming, then we look forward to that.
Yeah. It is amazing. And then I mentioned Love Is. So Love Is was the guy who was on First, was on Love Is, and Love Is was supposed to be, let me just Google this. It was following the love story of so I'm trying to, Mara Akil, the lady who created Girlfriends.
Right. Okay.
I think, and she did Mary J. Blige. Mara broke a kill.
Oh yes. Yeah.
And her husband. It's like their sort of like love story.
Okay.
But unfortunately, it was pulled. I think after the first season because I think he was caught up in some real life issues, whatever. So like Owen pulled it. But it is like Love is so good. Literally, this couple, they met and they had a date where they talked for hours, and literally on the first date, that's when they said, "I love you."
Oh, really?
Like it was like whirlwind. Yeah,
Wow.
it was like a whirlwind thing. But people online were saying, "Oh, it's like a broke man's propaganda," because like obviously he was like down and out, and she was doing well. And but love is good.
Okay. We'll check it out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll check it. Have you been? Have you read anything interesting or?
Oh, so I've been reading Barack Obama's
A
Promised Land.
Where? What chapter are you on?
Let me check. Like I can check on my Audible.
It's so good.
I am on chapter 11.
Oh, okay.
What chapter are you on?
16.
So okay. So here's the thing. Like, are you listening to it or are you reading it?
I'm listening to it.
Yeah, I find it more. I don't know if it's Barack's voice.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Like it. Yeah,
Such a dream.
But what was interesting to me about that book, because you read Becoming,
Yes.
Michelle's Becoming, right?
Mm-hmm.
So their stories corroborate, like, but what was interesting to me was like, Barack is ruthlessly selfish about his ambitions.
100%. That comes across like initially. Like that is, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
He literally said, I'm going for this.
Mm-hmm. Your
little job, put it aside because this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Even when she said, Barack, I'm paraphrasing here, but she kind of questioned, like how are you going to progress with this political career, and the impact it's having on our family. Nika was like,
nope.
Nika was like, I'm doing this.
Listen, that book. I was like, this guy is arrogant.
Yeah.
One, he is selfish. Like and I think what happened, right? Because, I don't know if you've seen the stories that how Obama was dating some woman who was, I don't know, like before Michelle, like she wasn't a black woman. She wasn't a white woman. I don't know what it, but a lot of people were like, they feel like when he was clear about his life's path, he was like, I need a black woman
to help me on this journey.
And like left this girl gutted. Wow. Right?
No, I wasn't aware of that.
But anyway, not just, I mean, he loves me, but he loves Michelle.
He does.
I think what came, I think he made a calculated risk. He knew that Michelle comes from a strong family, right? And she's grown up with the whole mom-dad dynamic. And she values it so much. And I think he banked on that. He knew he could test her. He knew he could push her because he knew that she values it so much. Because also his career would not have done well without Michelle.
Absolutely.
Right? It, I don't think it would have done well, him being like the first biracial, first black person with like a divorce or whatever. It would not have. And he knew that too. And he knew how good Michelle is. That man, I was reading, I was like, oh, wow, my goodness. Even the whole, like, even if you read like his politics maneuvering, like how a lot of people were kind of like, wait your turn, chill.
He's ruthless.
And he was like,
No.
nah.
It's like, I'm going for this.
Yo! No.
Nice. It's really a good read. And I think it's one of those books that I will kind of go back and read as well. Because like I'm enjoying, like, I physically read the book. I'm enjoying it so much. It's just, there's something about him, the way he speaks, and it's just so interesting, the decisions that he makes and how he rationalizes things and the way he describes people as well.
Oh my God, he's so shady.
He is.
I forgot who he was talking. He was talking about the guy who became the economic treasurer. He was saying like he's so disheveled. Okay.
Yeah, he literally, he will go in, he'll describe your physical traits, he'll describe your, if there's like your characteristics as well. So he really does that. And I'm at the bit where he's talking about he's talking about, what is he talking about? Oh, whatever. Anyway, he's talking about Zuma. And I was just like,
really?
Yeah. So he's describing him and, how he felt like he wasn't really that much of a strong leader or something along those lines.
Oh my God.
So it's really interesting because I was listening to it and I was thinking, wow, you really need to kind of be amongst my peers, somebody one day is going to want to write a book and I'll be there. I'm like, how would people describe me? Can you imagine? Because he will literally go in and he'll like, okay, like, like he's mentioned, like he's so and so as his unkempt appearance, but this person was very vocal. He had very strong views on this, and this is why I chose him. I was like, when someone is writing about me, like, what are they going? It made me, it made me laugh. But I love that. About the book.
I loved it too. And you can tell when he's doing that whole self-serving thing as well. Because he's like, oh, Hillary and I fiercely disagreed. But ultimately, what drove me is what is right for the American people. Like,
Absolutely. It's like, yeah, okay, Barack. Okay.
You can just tell, like, this is a legacy thing. Like, people like that fascinate me because you can tell he is writing his legacy.
Absolutely.
Because people are lazy. Like, with time, people just go back and read the books.
Yeah. And what a way of actually just taking control of your own, like, your own destiny and your own legacy, so to speak. Because if you are writing it, it's your story, your words, your thoughts. And I think that's the, you think about, like, even in Africa, like, we never, Mugabe never had
he did not
autobiography. No. So everything that we know of him is stuff that's written. But it'd be interesting. Can you imagine?
Like, and see, that's where you go wrong, when you are so fixated in being in power for just holding on to power. Because actually, if you had taken time out, do you know legacy building is a job? Like, it is a job. Look at George W. Bush. He's been painting all over Instagram. He's like, the best thing that's happened to George Bush is Trump. Because now we'll no longer think he was a horrible president, as much as he actually was, right?
Yeah.
Starting wars, like, for no reason. But yeah, like, legacy building is, even for us, we need to learn that it's so important. You need to, not all of us will write our books, but it's so important because other people will tell your story.
Absolutely.
And does Zuma have a book?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I thought Duduzane was bringing out a book, his son, Duduzane Zuma.
Well,
do you know who
that would be interesting. I hope it's accompanied by a few pictures. Me in the gym.
They asked Duduzane about polygamy,
And
he said, I'm a cultural man.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, because he's not married to a black woman.
He isn't.
I don't think so. He needs to fix that. No, I'm joking. I joke.
Hello.
I joke,
Hello.
guys. Do you remember when Sia Kolisi and Rachel
Yes.
Kolisi? Do you know when people were like, "Oh, the ancestors don't recognize your marriage"?
Guys. But you say them back, continue.
No, I
They're
like Rachel Kolisi. Like she's great. Like you can tell. Yeah, he's married to Shanice Stock.
Congrats to them.
Congratulations. But
Yo, guys.
no, but listen, it's fine, right?
It
It's
is.
fine.
It is. Of course it is.
But remember, my whole thing was, do you remember when we had that live thing
Yes.
and I was saying, imagine, forget this person, right? I mean, do you remember that guy? I was saying, imagine your parents worked hard and they sold cows and goats for
To
you to
send
go
you.
abroad. Right? You go abroad, you finish your studies. Now you have a big job, top. You are doing great and wonderful things.
Yes.
And then, listen, you can be in love with who you want to be.
Love is a beautiful
Anyone
thing.
you want to be.
Love sees no color.
However, if you care about
However.
culture, preservation, and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can be in love with who you want to be. So now, we started off by selling a cow and, everything, getting loans for you to go, right? To Hong Kong, wherever. And now you get there and you marry.
Hong Kong is.
No. That's even okay because, that's where you settled. But then you marry a Danish woman. What about this Zimbabwean woman that could have inherited your wealth? So now when you die,
you're not investing in your country.
your life policy is going to a Danish woman.
So actually, this is like a form, marriage. If black men married other black women, like Zimbabwean men married other Zimbabwean women, it's a way of actually
It's wealth creation.
It's protecting the country.
It is preserving culture.
It's literally do your bit for your country.
Yeah.
Other people go to war.
Especially like dying tribes like Ndebeles. What are you doing?
Can you imagine? This is your opportunity, Ndebele men.
Rise up.
This is a call to all Ndebele men to
Come
actually
back home.
come back home. Find yourself a nice woman from wherever. As long as that person will understand what you're saying when you're saying let's go and give a cow to your parents. Not going to ask why. Actually, that's a whole other topic. But do you know what? Do your bit for the country.
Ask not what your country can do for you. But what you can do for your country.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Guys. Yo.
No, it's bad.
It's bad.
But at some
Slice of
point,
truth.
it's a huge chunk of truth, right? Like,
do your bit, guys.
Us, me and God are here. We are doing this this our way of contributing to society.
Yes. Do your bit.
You can just, plant your seed at the right place. That is all we're asking. Then you can love who you love.
Yeah. And just just be patriotic. Think about Zimbabwe. Think about Zimbabwe as a whole. Do your bit. Whichever part of the country you're from, do your bit.
Kulaba endangered species. When people say let's protect an endangered species,
People think that we're joking.
we will be in the history book saying, oh, there used to be a group of Ndebele people.
Guys.
It is not known, what happened to them or whatever. They were last heard of. There are some people in South Africa who do trace their roots back to.
Shame. It's difficult.
This will be now in 2090. No more.
No more.
Because you decided
So it starts off with you.
to choose love.
It starts off with you. Do your bit.
Send this to your brothers and cousins and
And
your
your
uncles.
Encourage them to do the right thing.
No, this is a yes. No, we need to have a proper convo. All right. Okay, let us go to the music.